Parking problems continue at the Edge apartment complex near the University of South Alabama. The student housing complex was built without enough parking spots for its residents.
Fox 10 News reporter Michael Brandon has been keeping a close eye on this story. He's joining us now in the studio. Michael, has this parking problem escalated?
Bob and Lenise, it sure has, all the way to the Mobile City Council. Yesterday, residents voiced their concerns about a new proposed public parking lot near the complex. As you can imagine, many are on edge about who this could affect.
Folks who live near Mobile's newest student housing complex are starting to complain about the lack of parking for those who live there. Neighbor Graham Forsyth says the complex was never really a big concern. Everyone needs a place to live. That was until
we found out they were trying to build a parking lot across the street in our neighborhood.
The proposed parking lot is directly across the street from the Edge Apartments, where the former Anders Bookstore location currently sits. He says traffic is already a problem in the area.
If they add 250 parking spots, then it's going to be really ugly. And the other thing is safety. I mean, you have people walking across the street at all hours of the day and night. You have people coming up and down West Drive, and residents have already started to report that they've encountered people suddenly in front of their cars. And I just think it's only a matter of time before somebody gets hurt.
But what about the students currently living at the Edge? How was the complex even built if there weren't enough parking spaces to begin with? District 6 City Councilwoman Bess Rich says the developers knew well ahead of time this would be a problem.
From the very beginning, the developers of the Edge complex did not have adequate parking.
Now, the Edge has purchased property across the street for a proposed public parking lot. Because the area would have to be rezoned, Rich says it should be reviewed.
We're asking the city officials to please review that plan and perhaps even not give them the building permits to create that project.
She says the residents will be affected
by those negative impacts, the safety of the students, which is what the university worries about as far as their off-site parking. They knew that they did not have adequate parking. They just did not inform everyone about their problems.
By the code, the existing code, you only need 1.5 parking spots per unit. But what they didn't tell the Planning Commission, allegedly, is that they had 4 bedrooms per unit, which means you have 4 individuals, probably each one with a car. So you only have 300 some odd parking spots for 544 students.
While the battle is still being fought on Old Shell Road, around the corner, the campus quarters complex has jumped on board the controversy bandwagon, making light of the situation with this billboard.
I've reached out to the developer of the apartment complex earlier today, and they gave me a statement on the current parking situation. It reads, building public parking is a solution that would benefit the whole community. Due to the proximity of the site to the Edge and campus, public parking in this location would help alleviate our residents' concerns regarding access to convenient parking. Fox 10 News will continue to follow the story.